machine translation. So let's say you have English text, and then you want to convert it into Hindi, or English text, you want to convert it into French. How will it work? All the English language keywords can be converted into vectors or numbers. Similarly, all the Hindi language words can be converted into numbers. So you have an input sequence of numbers, you have an output sequence of numbers. You learn it using sequence to sequence. Okay. And LSTM is one of the popular choice, one of the algorithms that initially Google utilized in their machine translation as per their papers that they have revealed, and now it's available to everyone. Okay, so this is one thing that Google does as a leader. They do a lot of innovation, a lot of world leading research, and then they give it out for free. I mean, like, you see the biggest revolutions that has happened in the IT industry, uh, it's done by Google. Like, the search is Google, right? Then the big data revolution, it was based on the papers published by Google on how do they store and search large scale data sets using Hadoop distributed file system, or distributed file system, basically DFS. Hadoop was invented on top of it. Then recent storm that is coming of ChatGPT. Okay, Google used transformers, so sequence to sequence and encoder decoder. This is nothing but the basis for creating transformers. Okay, so using transformers, Google has utilized and made the search engine better in terms of giving you the outputs, and then they published the transformer paper, and then everybody utilized it, and then OpenAI is a company who created ChatGPT, so they are thriving based on the research published by Google. So LSTMs is one of the uh, key models that large LSTMs, one of the key models that Google uses every day in majority of their service. So this is like translate.google.com. So LSTMs are one of the key features or key models that Google uses in many of their products, and machine translation, or the translate.google.com URL. You go here and today you can type any language and it can auto detect and then help you to transform it or translate it to any other language of your choice. Okay. So these are some of the salient applications, some of the cool applications that you are seeing today. Now, stuff of ChatGPT. How ChatGPT is learning all of these things, sequence to sequence. There is a method. It's known as continuous bag of words. So you basically try to predict the next word out of the previous word continuously. Okay. And if you think about it in terms of sequence to sequence, you can think of it as learning. Let's say there is one word, let's say hello, how are you, right? So as humans, like hello, then comes how, then comes are and you. So what this model will do is it will generate the data, like after hello you have to predict how. So hello will be represented, let's say, uh, in form of a vector. Let's say 2, 5, 10, 7. Hello is represented with this, and then how will be represented with 17. Okay, then how will be represented over here, 5, 8, 10, 17. Then against it r will be represented. So let's say 10, 7, 15, 20. I'm just typing random numbers to help you understand. Okay, what is this? Then how and r will be predicted. So how will be represented here, and r, and then r and u will be predicted. So r will be kept here, 10, 7, 15, 20. And then against this u will be represented. So say 15, 8, 19, 6, something like this. Okay, so continuously I am learning to predict the next word. All right. When I do this on a huge data set, then what I try to do is I basically try to find out the interdependent uh, relationship between every word present in the whole sentence, like how this hello is related to you, how this how is related to you, etc., etc. Okay, so whenever you are typing something like autocomplete is one such example. Autocomplete by Google. So you type certain words and then it automatically predicts what you're going to type for the next set of words. Okay. It's basically based on all the mails that you have written so far and all the mails everybody has written so far in their Google account. So does that mean they see what we write? They know all our secrets? I mean, the truth is yes, but they do not use it to hack your account. They keep it safe, but collectively use the data to learn these kind of stuff. Okay, so that they can help you to utilize the technology better. So autocomplete is one such example where you predict. Now, if you take this same concept and apply onto large amount of data set, then essentially you can generate prompt outputs, right? So when you do give a prompt to chat gpt, let's say show me a code for creating this html. So essentially what it tries to do is it step by step one keyword or one code word after the other it tries to predict, and based on all the learnings that it has done, all the examples that it has seen, that okay, I have seen a lot of html code all over the world. Whatever kind of html code has been written, I know if I have to do the text box, if somebody says text box, then this is the kind of text box, and then I can create a framework, I can create the set of commands that is used to create a text box in html. Okay, all I have to say is text box. So against this, we have learned, the model has been taught what are the set of keywords to type, right? So in ChatGPT, essentially, the key thing is you have exposed it to a huge amount of text data throughout the internet, and based on that, it is able to assimilate and answer it. Now, the problem with ChatGPT is sometimes it may give you incorrect answers, and there are multiple case studies. Like one of the lawyers, he asked for some examples of a court case that he wanted to reference during his defense, and it turned out ChatGPT gave him three cases, out of which the second case was a hallucination. ChatGPT made it up because the lawyer said, "Give me three." He created the bot created three, but one of them was fabricated. So there are a lot of instances where ChatGPT throws an output and that has never happened, or that output is just a dream. Okay, so it's a very common problem that is happening with these kind of models, and if people are becoming totally reliant on it or using it blindly, then often they are mistaken and huge risks are involved in such kind of scenario. So whenever you Google something using uh, Chat GPT, make sure that you fact check it. Because Chat GPT models are completely text-based generative models. So what you're doing, you are generating the new sentences by just predicting what could be the next word, what could be the next sentence based on probability, based on all the examples that you have seen. So it's just dummy values getting generated based on the input in terms of what the model has learned. So interacting with the chat gpt, you have to be very conscious.